All right, buddy. So you are up. As soon as you put those headphones on, you are taking control of the Sex and Suicide podcast page, doing your thing.
I'm very honored to be in control of this. Thank you very much. I'm
Absolutely.
looking over today. I have quite a few guests here. Marc Pagcaliwangan, professional boxer, undefeated, wicked, friend of mine. Jamie Champion, owner and promoter of Prospect MMA Fights. Or Prospect Championship Fights?
Prospect Fighting
Championship. I always do that. I've been to the events. I even color commented. I screwed that time.
Wow.
And the man himself. Sorry.
You know me.
Himself. The,
you know me.
Male, Alpha Wolf. So there's a reason why we have all these gentlemen together. And the reason is there's a fight coming up, but I'm not sure if you know about it. But it takes place on August 26th, God willing, if it happens. And it's going to be Mcgregor versus Mayweather. 2 sports combined. 2 premium athletes at the height of their careers. Well, not really for Mayweather because he just came out of retirement, but I'm guarantee he's still very well able to do what he needs to do. But first and foremost, I want to get talking to you both because I'm very interested in both your careers and paths. We'll start with Marc because you just won your 9th. 10th. So you're 10-0 now. 10-0, undefeated. Yeah. It was TKO also as well.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and explain what your career path is right now and whatnot.
My career is going great. I'm from London, Ontario.
Attaboy.
Born and raised?
Yep. Well, I was born in Toronto, but raised here in London.
Talked about that, my
I currently train in Wildcard Gym in Los Angeles with my coach Marvin Samodio.
Represent.
Yep.
Right on.
Yeah.
Represent. I've worked hard to get down there and to make a team down there, and I got a good manager down there too, Jermaine Gillis, and I got a great team. And recently I fought March 18. It was my my return. I haven't fought in about 2 years. And I fought a tough Mexican fighter from Mexico. His record was 8 wins and 1 loss.
Oh, so he's a good fighter as well.
Yeah. So I stopped him in the 3rd round.
TKO.
Yeah, TKO.
Yeah, stoppage, awesome.
So I dropped him in the 1st round, and then the 3rd round I finished it.
With your favorite combo? Uppercut hook?
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing he does. One of the videos I have of him, he KOs that guy. Remember the highlight video I made of you?
Mm-hmm.
Wicked, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Jamie, let's talk. I had the pleasure of shortly color commentating one of his events. I had an absolute blast. I'll never forget that. Thank you for that
opportunity. Put you on
opportunity.
the spot.
It doesn't matter, man. It was one of the best things I've ever done in my life. It was such a cool opportunity.
You did a good job.
I tried. I was very nervous, and I didn't know about the fighters, so it took me off guard. But I did what I could, man. It was a lot of fun.
Reed is a lot of help too.
Yes, yeah, he's awesome. He's really good.
He just pulls everything out.
So before the podcast, we just spoke, and you had brought up that your next event is no longer MMA.
No, it will be kickboxing.
Pure kickboxing.
Pure kickboxing.
Why'd you make the switch?
Truth. All right. Okay, so
let's do it, man.
As of July 1st, the Ontario government stepped in. Not so much stepped in. They've granted all the PSOs for combat sports PSO status. They left MMA out of there.
Oh, wow.
So
what does PSO status mean?
Provincial sport organization.
Okay.
Basically, it lets you it gets a governing body to overrun all the amateur mixed martial arts in the province. It's about athlete development. It's about getting fighters ready, geared for international competition, etc.
Okay.
The thing with it is there is no international body that's recognized by Sport Accord. So the hiccup with our application, which was flawless, there's no Olympics for MMA. Mm-hmm. So you have to have an end all for everything. Yet. And it's in the process. There's international bodies working on that.
I think it'll happen.
It will, but it's going to take time.
Oh, yeah. The sport's brand new.
But the trick is now is the whole MMA community has to unite. It's divided.
Yeah,
so,
that's the hard part.
And the thing is it's wrong. You shouldn't be divided. Mm-hmm. You have different organizations, all have great strengths. And what happens is they... ego, I think. You know, they want to be in charge. I get it. I do get it, but it's counterproductive. And if you want to see the sport develop, the whole community has to work as one unit to show the government that we are one unit and we can work together. It's going to take some lobbying. It's going to take a lot of pressure. It's going to take a lot of writing and hard work. So with that being said, doing the charity event September 23rd.
It's a charity event. Okay.
It's a charity event.
Awesome.
It's knockout kidney disease with showdown in the downtown.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Dr. Faisal, he's a champ. Shout out Dr. Faisal King.
Faisal.
Dr. King.
He wanted to do he wanted to change it up just in case the event, an MMA event, was to be shut down.
Okay.
So right now, when I spoke to the ministry this morning, they said that July 1st, the other ones are decriminalized, leaving MMA still illegal to operate in the province, holding contests.
Wow, I didn't know
Prize
that.
fighting. Yeah. So before they were kind of turning a blind eye to it before, because all these organizations were working on developing numbers and developing their organizations and working on this PSO application to get acceptance from the government.
Yeah.
None of us could fully get to the very end.
Wow.
So
it's just a technical error.
It's
It'll be
not
back.
even a technical error. It's just it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah.
So how could you
There's no
chase something
loophole.
that it's not there?
There's no loophole. Yeah.
So the government
that
in turn
sucks.
is saying, well, hold on, policy, hang up, just keep working on this, work on this, work on this. The application isn't closed. It's still
Okay.
open.
Yeah.
So the smartest thing to do would be to respect their laws, respect the things that they're saying, to keep that relationship.
You have a good relationship.
You have to have a
especially
good
with the
relationship
government.
with
We
the
all know
government.
that.
Absolutely. You can't
We all know that.
not have a good relationship.
It's kind of important. They're the only people you have to have a good relationship with. Them.
If you love the
and your
sport,
Yeah.
you'll do it.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah. True.
If they say you got to do it, if you want the sport to keep going, you have to.
You're still going to have a wicked event though. The event's going to be
absolutely.
awesome.
Oh,
it's kickboxing.
listen,
For people that don't know MMA, sorry to interrupt you. People that know MMA, they don't understand the groundwork. Two guys in a striking match at any time is always exciting.
It's always exciting.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
There's no grappling. That's
So
all it is.
It's kickboxing, no headgear, shin guards.
No
So it's
headgear.
K
Yeah.
no headgear. So it's K.
Sleep.
Oh yeah, and it's
Damn.
it's sanctioned by Waco.
Waco.
Formerly Cask.
Nice.
And it's going to be an explosive event. It's going to have the same production quality as the normal Prospect Fighting Championships. It's the exact same. And to be honest, I wanted to launch a kickboxing one anyways. So it was just kind of like, this is a quicker transition until things get sorted out with the government.
Now that's actually a perfect segue.
Sure.
Striking, boxer, MMA promoter. I'm asking the questions I need to fucking know, boys. Okay, so let's do this right now because let's get this out of the way. Mayweather McGregor. We all probably agree. I'm gonna safe to say that Mayweather, all likely, will win.
Yeah.
Chances are. How do you think he wins?
He's just gonna.
Is that? Hold on. I'm seeing some.
I know.
Wheels
I like
turning
it.
here.
I like it.
Is
So
that safe to say? I mean, is it safe to say, or do you guys have differing opinions on that?
I know he's gonna win.
Yeah,
you know he's
is.
gonna win.
I know he's gonna win.
Okay. How do you think he's gonna win?
He's gonna box him. Boxing is all about
But like decision, KO,
decision.
decision. He's gonna do decision.
Yeah, decision.
Do you think he can knock
Really?
McGregor out? Yeah.
McGregor out. Like, you see the tempo as a boxer. Like he might just throw like lots of flurries, which he doesn't really do that. But you never know. He could probably knock him out. It's the boxing match, you know.
I don't think he can.
I know the last time Floyd Mayweather has
frail
knocked out.
hands.
The last time Floyd
hands.
Mayweather has knocked out somebody
Frail hands.
was Ricky Hatton in 2008. And Ricky Hatton was like 30 something.
Yeah, he was a cokehead.
Yeah. So now he is too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he's. I love Hatton though. He
I
kills
love
me.
Hatton too. Yeah. But he has bad hands. But whether
And he's
knocks
40.
him- yeah, he's 40. But you never know. You can never count out a knockout, right?
But that's where I come on the other side of things. So if you look at his last fights, and I want to think, I watched the Brendan Shaw breakdown. I'm not sure you guys. I got to say my thing.
Sure.
So if you look at the most technical boxers Mayweather's fought, he beat all the better boxers, the elite. You look at he beat like obviously Hatton's a good boxer. Who else did he beat recently? He beat his last fight. He beat what the hell's his name? Who did he fight in his last fight? Either way, they're all elite boxers. But the only person that's ever gave him a hard time is Madonna. Not even close to being elite, but he's an awkward style. Hit him with a right hand, and gave him wobbled his leg, and he was at the end of the round he was wobbly. So based off awkward style and timing, I think anything can happen. Especially when you have a guy that's long range. I don't think Conor McGregor is going to go in this fight as a boxer. I don't think that he's going to go in boxing him. I think he's going to use his style and awkward movement and timing to maybe hopefully catch him. He probably won't, but if he does land a left hand on Floyd, it could be fucking lights out.
I don't know. Like he's like Floyd has fought guys with like many times with lots of power. He's fought Miguel Cotto.
Doesn't get hit though.
Right? Yeah, he's gotten hit a lot.
Yeah.
He had bloody nose. He got hit a lot. But Floyd, and he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley.
Yeah, it's
rocked
Mosley.
him.
Yeah.
But no matter what, like Floyd is the master of boxing.
The master.
I think right now the master is Guillermo Rigondeaux, and everybody's ducking him, and actually Lomachenko as well.
I love Lomachenko.
Yeah. But Rigondeaux is just that guy is a master.
Do you
People think he's boring.
What weight class? Is he in Floyd's weight class?
No, he's my weight class.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go.
I know.
Hey, he's got a call out right there. That's good.
Yeah.
I want your thoughts.
You know how McGregor beats him?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
If he did,
if he beats him,
yeah,
yeah.
if he did. So what's your answer though, Mayweather or McGregor? If you had to put $1 million,
$1 million right now?
if you won $1 million for picking the right answer, no odds. If you won $1 million for picking the right answer, who wins?
Mayweather.
Okay,
Mayweather.
I agree with you.
Hands down.
Okay.
Only he's like you said, he's supreme boxing.
Yep.
But there's always a puncher's chance.
Always.
There's always.
Absolutely.
That's what they said about Pacquiao, Mosley,
Yeah.
Cotto, right? It just
I love this.
Not
Now we're getting into it. Yeah.
Not in their prime.
Yeah.
Yeah, not on their prime. But look at Diego Corrales, who was undefeated, and Floyd was a lot bigger than Floyd. He's tall and lanky,
McGregor as well,
McGregor, right? And Floyd
Southpaw?
just demolished. I think he's Orthodox. I can't remember.
McGregor southpaw. That's the only. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of elements that I think they're going to add up to Mayweather. Well, he's obviously going to realize he's a master, but there's going to be a lot of elements that are going against his favor, in a sense where obviously he is the favorite, but there's a lot of things adding up that he's never had to deal with. First of all, I think timing is off. I think the timing from McGregor coming in is going to be like when you're used to fighting a boxer. You can base off their footwork, their timing, their jab.
Yeah. That's hard to say though, because like Floyd.
That's why this is a debate.
Yeah, Floyd's fought in the Olympics. He's fought different fighters from all over the world. Fought like hundreds of different fighters.
Yeah.
So obviously he would be experienced. He would be like exposed to people with like weird ass timings.
Yeah, but
right?
not like an MMA fighter like this.
You don't know. We don't know. Who
No,
he's
you're
fought,
exactly right.
Yeah. So
That's it.
I think with Floyd as a fighter himself, he'll come in there. He'll like first round. It's like the feeling out round. Where they're like seeing how each other are, like how their style is, their timing and everything, their space and everything. Floyd's gonna figure him out like that.
I don't think McGregor's gonna give him a chance to figure him out. I think McGregor's gonna buck him bare.
It's only his chance.
Yeah, and you know what? But here's the thing:
him.
if McGregor hits him with left hand, McGregor has the touch of death in his left hand. It's been called out by Faraz Zahabi, probably the best MMA, one of the best trainers in MMA. If you throw a sledgehammer at someone, just because you throw it differently, if it still hits someone, you could still go to sleep.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that I think based off time, I don't know, who knows what the fuck, but it could get interesting. And I think it might be a little closer than people think it is. It may be, it may not. I think if the only way that McGregor's going to win is going to be by KO. That's the only way he'd win. Exactly.
That's the only way he can win.
How do you think McGregor would win if he does?
He'd have to maul him. He'd
Yeah,
have to
in the
completely
clinch.
maul him.
In the clinch, like
I'm sure they probably have stipulations.
I know they do.
He probably can't do certain things, but it's that fighting a drunk guy. You don't know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Boxers have the crisp, straight punches.
Yeah. Technical.
They're very technical.
Yeah.
When they spar, they're sparring with their footwork. Everything matches.
Mm-hmm.
But if you take a great boxer and you throw a guy who, like you said, he doesn't come from those straight punches, it's awkward. So he would have to catch him in that mauling.
That's what I mean. The initial mauling.
Before he can figure him out.
Who knows? He could.
That's
what do you think, Shawn?
That's what Medina did in their first fight, though.
But he's not just different timing.
Yeah, different timing, right? But he still mauled him. Like a lot of fighters has tried to brawl with Floyd Mayweather.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
Yeah, but I agree though. The only way McGregor would win is if he knocks him out.
Can you imagine if he fucking? Well, what are your thoughts?
No, I think the exact same thing as you guys.
Yeah.
I think it's totally Mayweather.
It's gonna be Mayweather.
I absolutely. And I think, I mean, I know Conor McGregor loves being the underdog, and I know that he loves kind of giving it his best shot, and he fucking will. If anybody will, it'll be him, right?
Be him, yeah.
But I still think that Floyd's going to take it, no problem. I really think it's going to be a piece of cake for him. I think this is a lot of hype, dude. I really do.
It's a big paycheck for
huge
for McGregor.
Huge.
Both.
It's a
If I was
It's a win.
McGregor, I would have done it too.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
It's strictly for our entertainment.
No, I got a question for you. Do you think if McGregor survives 12 rounds, is that a bad knock on boxing?
No.
That McGregor survived 12 rounds, an MMA fighter to survive with Floyd.
No.
There's going to be someone that's going to use that as their perspective.
But you don't think so?
Sure,
No, because boxing is not about knocking the guy out. Boxing is about hitting without getting hit.
Yeah,
and
for
that's
sure.
What Floyd's like, that's why with Rigondeaux, people was so like.
He's going back to this guy. He wants to fight him.
I do.
Yeah.
And everybody's so disappointed with him, right?
Yeah.
nobody likes me. They call him a boring fighter. And with Pacquiao and Mayweather, I like it broke my heart seeing Manny
like that. We had a fucking torn right trigger cuff.
Yeah, I don't. Because when I was training with him, I didn't really.
Oh yeah, you train with him, by the way. He has inside info, so let's.
Yeah, but I did find out later on that he did injure his shoulder. I just found it weird that like after the fight, he he said he's taking some time off, and 2 weeks later he said he got healed from like salt water and prayer or something for prayer. So exactly right.
Yeah.
But anyways, like
not my thing.
Even with Manny Pacquiao, like. People said it was a boring fight.
Yeah.
A lot of people were complaining about it.
It was a good social fight.
Yeah, but it was a masterpiece. Like for a boxing fan,
for sure. Yeah,
like, it broke my heart seeing my hero like get schooled like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what Floyd does.
The fight was way closer in my head. Did you watch the Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fight? The fight was way closer in my head than the scorecards had it. I thought it was a little bit closer.
I wish it happened 5 years ago.
What do you think would happen? That's why I don't like Floyd. Floyd avoids everything. He's all about his image and not about boxing.
Yeah, well, he wanted drug testing for Pacquiao.
Yeah,
of
course.
And Pacquiao refused
Well,
like needles or whatever. But that's the only reason why it never happened. But I just I wish it happened back then. It would have been different.
Do you think that Floyd's like? So here's my thing: is I think McGregor will get in Floyd's head. I think he will. I think he will have that advantage because Floyd is always the guy getting in someone else's head. Always does the promotional aspect of things. He's not going to have to do it with Conor. Conor will fuck with his head. I saw a Reddit report that Conor's going to fucking attack him because Floyd beat up his girlfriend and got charged. I think Conor's going to just ruin him on those.
That already happened with Robert Guerrero's dad. His dad said that, like, started saying, like, Floyd's a woman beater, blah, blah, blah.
It's come from a different voice, though, this time.
Yeah.
It's the fighter himself is going to be like, you fucking beat women. You beat women.
Yeah.
And when you bury someone like that about women beating in front of them on a press conference, what the fuck do you say to that?
Well, that happened in the press conference, right?
Yeah, but it's a different person. I'm saying that Conor McGregor's voice is going to be heard more than... I don't even know who you're talking about. That's how I know boxing.
Robert Guerrero, in their press conference, he fought Robert Guerrero. And Robert Guerrero was undefeated as southpaw, tall, lanky.
Yeah, okay,
Well, actually, he wasn't undefeated at the time when he fought Floyd.
I know you're talking about, though, yeah.
Yeah, but they were at a press conference, and Robert Guerrero's dad, who's his trainer, stood up, started like yelling at Mayweather.
You beat women. But it was his dad. It wasn't the fighter himself. He doesn't have to get in the ring with that guy.
But his dad is pretty annoying.
Yeah, well, fucking yeah.
So is Conor at times.
So is Conor. So is Floyd. So is Floyd's dad and uncle.
Yeah.
They don't know shit. I don't know. I'm just very. I don't know.
I think this whole fight is just it's just like the Floyd Mayweather versus Big Show or Big Time, whatever his name is.
Wrestler.
Yeah,
but Big Show can't clip him, and if he knocks him out. I'm going to say this: if somehow, some way, Floyd Mayweather or Conor McGregor knocks out Floyd Mayweather, he will go down as one of the greatest athletes to ever live.
Of course.
Imagine that. You don't think so?
If he knocks him out, they're going to call it a lucky shot.
Yeah, but he still knocked him out. When you go at the end of the day, the books say he got knocked out by an MMA fighter. Even if there's no lucky shot when you're throwing punches. It'd be a lucky shot if he tripped, fell, went out to reach his hand to stop himself and punched him out. That's a lucky shot. But when you're throwing punches, you got in there. There's no luck. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think if
there's a little bit of luck.
Yeah, but not when you're two fighters.
Yeah.
You're calling out how you're going to do it and you fucking do it. It's like me trying to go hit a home run. I'm going to hit a home run. I hit it. How much is luck? I went to hit a home run.
Yeah.
I put myself, mentality, my frame, and physicality in that position. Luck would have been you just swang with your eyes closed and hit it. Right? I think Conor has a way better chance than anyone's giving him. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he has a better chance. And who knows, man? Timing, everything. It's so weird.
If Floyd was gonna go into the UFC cage and start doing wrestling and jiu-jitsu,
you get killed.
Kickboxing, yeah.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Get killed. But Conor has a better chance of winning the boxing match than Floyd does an MMA fight.
He has no boxing experience.
Conor.
Conor.
Yeah. Well, you box in MMA. You do. You wear.
But it's different type of.
Absolutely agree with you. Yeah, but that's what might make it interesting. If they fought in MMA.
It's different. I know. Yeah. I know Floyd.
He wouldn't be able to land a punch. He just take his lead leg because the pressure you put on your leg. You're a boxer. How much pressure do you put on your front leg?
A lot.
You can't do that in MMA. You get one leg kick and game over.
What are the stats for the odds?
The odds. So what I read last time, it's Conor. What I read last time. There we go. You want to do Bodog?
Sure, go ahead. But tell me what you read. Keep talking. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
I read official 7 plus 700 for Conor. Plus 700.
Plus 700.
Plus 100. Yeah, but I've seen way better. I've seen worse odds in MMA, like a normal fight. So that's. I don't know what Vegas is thinking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Plus 700 isn't that much. Like you got to think about it. Like it's you get like if you bet 1,000, you're gonna take home 8,000.
This is your classic Rocky story.
It is.
The complete underdog comes in.
Did you watch the TMZ article with the Sly Stallone? They're talking to him and he said, "Who do you think's gonna win?" He goes, "Oh, McGregor." He doesn't think McGregor's gonna win. He's gonna be there. And they said, "Why do you think McGregor's gonna win? Or why are you going for McGregor?" He goes, "Because he's the real Rocky."
It's true.
He's the real Rocky. Yeah. He came from nothing, got 2 fucking belts, and now he's going to another sport.
Real Rocky.
He's gangster, man. I
The
fucking
real
love
Rocky.
that.
The real Rocky.
There's going to be a lot of people rooting. Well, a lot of people hate Floyd Mayweather, too. People are going to root against him just because they hate him.
Yeah.
He's arrogant.
I feel like Rocky was a little more humble, though. Just saying.
Well,
Yeah.
he's also
Well, you know,
possibly
Probably.
autistic.
Well, I think McGregor and Floyd, they're genuinely like nice people. They're just acting.
Yeah, but you're not a nice guy when you beat your wife,
Oh yeah, it's true.
right?
Yeah.
He's a nice guy, yeah, but he also...
I was talking about like
Yeah.
his cockiness, like the way
Yeah,
he acts with the
I get it.
cash. That's all I was talking about. A
For
lot
sure.
of people don't like the way he does that.
You have it, you can float
But
it.
hey, it's
yeah. You earned it, you earned it.
Yeah,
I get it, man. But you know, I don't think he's a good guy. I truly... He's not really educated.
You can't read.
And he can't. And then the funniest thing ever is, you ever seen the interview with Mike Tyson? They're like, "Mike, do you think that Floyd Mayweather's one of the best boxers?" Mike goes, "He's a scared man." Because he can't even fucking take his kids to school. He goes, what kind of man can't even take his own children to school?
Yeah.
He's a scared little man. He goes, "He's not the fucking greatest. You can't compare yourself to Ali. He's a scared man." I love Mike Tyson. He's my favorite.
Oh, it's his birthday today too, right?
Is it Mike Tyson's birthday?
I think so.
Yeah, because I just saw Cody Garbrandt just posted a picture of him
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
and he said happy birthday. So yes, it is. What are the odds, Shawn?
Right now, inevitably posted. So Mayweather opened as a massive negative 2250 favorite.
That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
plus 700. Yeah,
Yeah, now we're looking at
2,200.
what's that?
2,200
June 29th. Mayweather is negative 650. McGregor is plus 425
That's not that big.
as of yesterday.
What the fuck?
Because there's a lot of people going to bet on it.
Oh, huge. There's going to be
just for the odd shot.
Yes,
the odds.
absolutely.
Long shot.
How much money is Floyd gonna make for this fight?
It's going to be over 100 mil.
Oh, when he fought
Just,
Pacquiao,
just based off purse.
well, when he fought Pacquiao,
Yeah.
he made over 300 mil.
Yeah, but
Right,
that's
so-
also including pay-per-view buys.
I think he's gonna. No, that was before the pay-per-view fight.
Was it really?
Yeah. So I think with this, I think he's gonna make more money off McGregor. Obviously,
That's why
But-
he's
well,
doing it.
yeah.
Wait,
Why wouldn't you?
wait.
He's probably going to make
It's
close to $1
it's
billion.
business. Both of them are going to. You don't think behind the scenes they're calling each other, going, "We're gonna make this."
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think Connor's like,
if I had
fuck this motherfucker, because Connor wants to win. Connor's not in this to make money. Connor wants to win. He thinks he's going to win.
Money
listen,
changes people. And money's the
If
motivation.
they said to
Oh,
me
yeah.
I had to fight Mark,
Yeah,
and him and I were going to get paid 150 million.
yeah, but you know each other.
Yeah, but we would shit talk the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
I would call him every name in the book.
But would you go and try to?
But I
lose?
would call him after when it was all done,
Yeah.
or even during, saying,
Yeah.
"We're gonna make 150."
You can do
million.
that after the fight.
I'm gonna call you every name in the book, and he's gonna go, "Fuck you."
Do
sure,
that-
yeah,
do
I want
that-
you to.
yeah, do
Let's
that
do
after
it.
the fight,
150 million.
I think
Whatever.
Conor McGregor is not going to talk to him. I think Conor McGregor doesn't like him. I think he's going to use every advantage, because one of the biggest advantages he has is getting into his head. He needs the ability to get in his head to be able to have a chance in this fight. And Conor doesn't want to go in to get paid. He's carrying a fucking island of Ireland on his back. He wants to be the hero.
Over 100 million. It'd be
I
hard to
don't
get into
care.
someone's head.
He's
though.
got millions. He's 10 million. He's got $10 million. What's fine, 100 million, but his life's going to change. I'd rather have the win. I'd rather have the win. How much money would you pay to be the guy that goes in and knocks out Floyd Mayweather? He'll be a goddamn folk hero. Think about that, man. That's fucking crazy. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Is it a possibility? Obviously, anything's possible. But if he does, he'll be regarded as one of the best athletes of all time.
Where does he go from there?
I think he's going to go back to MMA.
I think I saw something
Yeah.
about him wanting to take
He
a
will.
fight.
He wants to take another fight. He wants to defend his belt this year.
Is he still champ?
He's the 155. So he won the 145, then won the 155, vacated the 145. Max Holloway just won that off Jose Aldo, which is a wicked fight. Did you watch that fight? I called that too. Max Holloway's a gangster. Jose Aldo's done. I think Jose Aldo's done. And I can't believe he won the fight in Brazil, because there's little Mexican supplements in Brazil a lot. A lot of fighters like to fight in Brazil because they don't really get tested that much.
Oh.
So a lot of guys don't want to fight there. But when you took Jose Aldo out of Brazil, he didn't fight as well. Just every time. So I think that if he wins this fight, which I don't think he will, let's be real. I don't think he's gonna. If you get the impression that I think he's gonna win, I don't think so. But I think he brings a lot of different intangible puzzles to the intangible and different puzzles to the pieces to the. I can't talk today. Brings a lot of elements to the game that may give him an advantage that Floyd doesn't see coming. And that's the only way he's going to do it. If he rushes him, catch him with left hand, just left straight, bam. If Floyd wobbles, you think what's going on in his head. He might get hit and think, I didn't think this motherfucker could hit that hard. That's what happened to Nate Diaz. Remember, Connor's going into that fight walking around at 170. Floyd's got to put on weight, fight at 154. Connor's going to cut the weight, put the weight back on. So he's going to go around as a bigger guy at 170.
Yeah, but he, like I said, Floyd's fought bigger guys before.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, but no, I don't think. I think just started up to you.
I know. No worries.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess I know what you're saying, but I guess I do understand your point. Like the only way McGregor would win is if you knocks him out. There's chances, in a fight anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
I could have got knocked out my last fight.
Yeah, but you didn't.
It happens, right?
You fought a smart fight.
I fought a smart fight,
but you knew who you were fighting and you knew exactly his style.
No, I didn't really.
No, you didn't.
I just figured everything out
right away. Yeah.
So good for you, man. That's amazing.
An animal, man.
Yeah.
He's a fucking animal.
Yeah.
He's on his way.
I couldn't find tape of him, so I just,
How frustrating is that?
Nah.
You don't really care?
He's a
really
warrior.
care.
He's a killer, man. I've did the highlight video.
You don't give a shit.
I really don't like
You don't
just
give a
like
shit. He
look at my opponents. I don't like creeping them too much.
You just play it by the ear.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters do that.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like
Rory
Floyd.
McDonald.
Yeah. Like with Floyd. Like if I can figure out my opponent in the first round like that, I know Floyd will do it easy.
What do we got here?
Okay, so we've got a minimum for Mayweather of $100 million.
Woo!
Minimum for McGregor is $75 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it could go as high if everything hits as $400 million for Mayweather and $127 million for McGregor.
But here's the thing but they're not counting this. So the UFC has a strict regulation based off sponsorship. They sign with Reebok. You have to pay by Reebok to wear their gear, and they pay you.
So is McGregor wearing Reebok?
No. He has a loophole. He can pay whatever he wants for any company during this fight because it's not a UFC promotion. So you can get Nike to offer him $100 million just to wear Nike. So we're not even talking about sponsorship money, not even pay-per-view buys. So what was, can you do me a favor and look up how many pay-per-view buys the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight did? I think it was 4 million.
This is supposed to surpass that. I just read that.
They're saying it could possibly double it because you have two different sports watching as well as complete public and then the entire country of Ireland.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right? They say it could possibly double it. So if you're buying it $100, why?
Doubling it.
Double it. That's a pun. Yeah, Dan will like that. Doubling it. Yeah. Wow, that's quick. So if you do the math, 100 million buys, 100 million $100 per buy, and then you say what? Fucking 8. Say if it did 7 million pay-per-view buys.
That's such a huge tilt.
Think about that. Think about that money.
Wow.
7 million times $100. Think about that. That's bananas. That is fucking bananas. But here's the thing. The fighters are only making a fraction of that. It's because the UFC sold, the company that owns it now, they bought it for $4 billion. They got to pay their debt. So they're doing this to pick off a huge chunk of their debt they owe. Right? That's why they're doing a lot of champion versus champion fighters. That's why they're doing a lot of fights to make money rather than following the linear championship the way fighters should be.
When did they sell UFC?
It sold just last year.
Oh, really?
Just last year. Fertitta sold it for $4.2 billion. So it's a lot of the things are rocky right now. A lot of fighters aren't happy, and that's why you'd appreciate Bellator MMA is coming up, and they're a competitor, and they're actually making some noise. Okay, so here we go. So holy shit. Okay, 5 million. That's it. 5 million. I think it's gonna beat that.
Sure.
So
4.4 they said for Pacquiao.
So last 4 Mayweather fights, Mayweather Alvarez did 2.2 million. Mayweather and De La Hoya did 2.48. Mayweather and Pacquiao did 4.4, and they're saying projected Mayweather and McGregor is doing 5 million. And
You disagree?
I fucking fully disagree with that.
Yeah.
I say 7.
Fully, I think it's 7, 8, maybe if we're lucky.
Yeah.
But think about that. I know people that don't even care about either sport, and they're going to buy it.
Sure.
It's transcending over so many different elements. It's the biggest underdog story we could create.
Yeah.
It's the biggest fight. 2 humans punching each other in the face. It's gonna. That's it. It's gonna be the craziest thing you've ever seen. And it's gonna. I can't wait for the press conferences and the shit talking, and it's coming soon.
Yeah, it should be starting.
We're a month and a half, almost 2 months away right now. And it's going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So how would you box? I want to know how you would box McGregor. He's a southpaw, he's lanky, power hand, left hand. But he's awkward timing. You have probably explained it to him better than I could because you know his style.
Oh, he's lightning fast.
Yeah. Well, what would you do if an awkward southpaw that you don't really know his timing? What would you do? Shoulder roll?
I would have to get inside. Me, I like doing things differently. I would either like I would get inside, or like I would put the pressure, but I can also like wait in time.
Yeah.
Right. I can box. Depending on the fighter. I'm like if he's like that, like really awkward and weird, I might just like just get inside and break down the body. Especially if he's
Money
like
in the
tall
bank.
and leggy. Yeah.
Money in the bank. Yeah.
Because I don't care what anybody says. Like anybody could take a headshot.
Yeah.
But I don't care how big you are. If I hit you in the
Liver?
in the ribs, liver, stomach, chest, you're done.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
So
it's bananas.
body shots all day on.
So that's what you do? You just go body the bank. So would you?
Body.
So you ever catch yourself in a fight? Will you ever go for the knockout, or if you catch a guy wobbling, will you just coast to normally, like not coast, but keep your game plan and not get overexcited and go for a knockout, or will you just wait for it to come?
I wait for it to come.
Yeah.
I just go for it. I have a game plan with the coach.
Yeah.
My team.
You just stick
We
to
have
it.
Game plan. Yeah, and I stick with it. But my last fight, I was kind of rusty because I haven't fought in a while.
2 years is a long time, man.
And I really wanted the knockout.
Yeah.
But I didn't really like go for the knockout.
Yeah.
I wasn't like just trying to like swing wild.
You weren't headhunting.
For it. I wasn't headhunting. I was throwing body shots. I was throwing up like setting up the body shots.
Yeah.
Following up with
You
the
whooped that
headshots.
kid. I watched that fight. You whooped that kid.
So I was just really taking my time, but
Yeah.
I really I was really looking for the knockout.
Now, of course, no. I got a question for you. 'Cause everyone's. I assume everyone at this table has punched someone in the face. Played baseball, and you hit that ball. It feels like you didn't hit anything. Or you played hockey, and you land that perfect hit, like check, and it doesn't feel like you touched them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're boxing, I've never actually boxed, obviously professionally, but when you hit that guy, does it feel like you didn't hit him at all? Like you felt like you hit nothing?
Yeah, actually, you know the video that you shared.
The left hook with the uppercut with the left hook.
Yeah, I didn't.
love that fucking
I didn't feel that left hook. I remember I just like swung it and
And
it
just-
I
You felt the touch, but no pressure.
yeah,
So, yeah.
even the last fight when I threw
Strange.
the first knockdown.
Yeah.
The first knockdown, the first round. It was a right uppercut and a left hook again.
Clap.
And the left hook was just like clean. I didn't feel the impact. And
Yeah.
he just went down.
Out.
Yeah.
Sleep.
But-
I love that combo. That
Yeah.
just bam bam. That's
How,
so good.
how many ounces are the gloves?
8.
So they got
They're pretty light.
The Mayweather fight
10.
is 10.
10 because if you go over 147, they have to go to 10-ounce gloves.
Is that what it is?
10-ounce gloves, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man. I don't know. Like, there's so many elements. Like, I don't know.
It's simple, Like the only way McGregor is gonna win if he knocks him
KO.
out.
Do you think he could? Do you think if he lands left hand on Floyd, do you think he possesses the power to put him to sleep?
Put him to sleep.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hits him in the
man.
chin.
It depends on the fighter. I don't know. I really don't know.
So, for example,
Honestly, anything can happen in a fight.
yeah.
Right?
Do you know Andre Ward, right?
Yeah, I know Andre
Well,
Ward.
that's who. So
Yeah, I fought Kovalev.
No, but Andre Ward, when he's Nate Diaz's sparring partner.
Yeah.
They spar together.
Yeah, I heard about
And
that.
when McGregor moved up at 155 and fought at 170, he was cracking him in the chin. He was putting him down. Wasn't putting him to sleep. He was fighting a way bigger guy. So you got to think, if you can hit a guy on the chin, a bigger guy who normally trains with Andre Ward, who is an elite boxer, fair enough to say, and you have that power to possess it and hit him in the chin, there's no reason why you can't hit a guy that's smaller than you and hit him out. Now, is he going to land that punch? We all probably don't think so. But I think if he does, I think Floyd's going to have a fucking... And at 40 years old, and hasn't fought in almost 2 years, what's ring rust? What's the ring rust like when you haven't fought in 2 years? It's
Yeah.
different?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but even with Floyd though, he doesn't
Floyd.
fight often, right?
No,
Like,
that's what I don't like.
yeah.
I don't
But,
like. We can't boxing. You fucking have serious CTE. But
Yeah. Well, back then he used to fight all the time.
Yeah.
He's
money Mayweather.
Money Mayweather.
How would you fight Floyd? Or how would you fight Connor?
With a baseball bat?
Yeah.
Or, actually, not even.
Yeah,
Probably a
gun.
pistol would probably be the best
Bam.
way because that would be my approach.
Is he your favorite MMA fighter or one of your favorites?
No,
Not at all?
No, I love his persona.
Me too, yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it, how dangerous he is. But no, I like the Mr. George St. Pierre's.
Yeah.
I like
he's
the
coming back.
quiet-
Did you hear what happened?
Yeah.
Just announced?
Yeah, we'll see.
When they
No,
announced it.
they just announced yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they announced that after he's getting the winner of Woodley and Damian Maia. He's back to 170.
Damian Maia's an animal.
I know, but I
Wow.
think Woodley's going to put him out. Woodley's so fucking fast.
I
Did you see what he did to Robbie Lawler?
Yeah.
No one does it to Robbie Lawler. Quick, bam, put him out cold. If he can land a shot in Maya's not a good striker. And Woodley's going to be hard to take down because he's so explosive. The only way Woodley or Maia wins that fight is if he gets a hold of Woodley and he tires him the fuck out because he's so muscular that he tires out. That's the only way I see Maia winning that fight. Really, they're friends. They like each other. But I think Woodley's going to put him to sleep. He's so explosive. It's scary.
Well, you'd rather see the Woodley and St. Pierre fight.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
because Woodley won't take GSP down. I don't think GSP will take Woodley down. It'll be just a jab fest, pop, 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 just like Koscheck.
Yeah.
So what Woodley is a more dangerous Koscheck. That's what he is. He's a much faster, dangerous Koscheck.
I hated Koscheck.
Did you? I didn't like it either. I hated him too. He's
You know what I
smart
hated?
though.
You know what I hated about him?
What?
His hair.
Yes.
I wish somebody fought him and said, "I'm gonna have a hair match with you."
Yeah.
If you lose the fight, you have to cut that
Paul Daly.
stupid curly blonde hair.
Yeah.
Paul Daly, you did a contest, and whatever picture fan used the stupidest picture of Koscheck. And he's like, the winner of my contest is some guy.
Yeah,
Made fun of
he's
Koscheck.
just he's your. And
He's smart though, good businessman.
He looks like one of those like
Troll dolls.
high school
Yeah.
bullies.
Yeah, he's a fucking prick.
That he goes, he
Yeah, I'm the
chirps you,
coolest.
and then you go after him, and he kicks your ass.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And it's like, he's the bully that you just can't beat.
Fucking athlete though.
Oh, totally.
He fought Thiago Alves with I think it was a week and a half notice.
Ouch.
Did he start on Ultimate Fighter?
He did. He was on the first season.
I thought so.
Yeah, he was in the first. That's why he picked on Koscheck or picked on Lieben. Because he's a fucking arrogant fuck.
He's
Yeah.
a weasel.
He's a wicked businessman though. He has his own private plane.
What does he do?
I don't know. He just invested. He went to the University of Arizona, so he's very intelligent. He got his degree. And,
I think I remember that.
He got his
Yeah.
degree, so he's smart, man. He took his money and made the best of it.
That's good.
Yeah, so he's smart, but he's also
He's a
done.
dipshit.
He's done now.
He's still a dipshit.
Yeah, he's a dipshit. So you being a boxer, who is you're not a big MMA guy. We all know that,
Yeah.
but you enjoy it and you
I do.
appreciate it.
Yeah, GSP.
Do you GSP's your guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. And what about you for boxing? I'm just classifying you in the MMA side.
All time?
Yeah.
Oh, Mike Tyson.
You're a Mike Tyson fan?
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Toro Gotti.
Who didn't? Oh, that's another guy.
Yeah. God rest his soul.
Did you see Floyd fight
Gotti? Yeah, but Gotti was never elite.
That was He
He was never elite.
Yeah.
He's made his name off of Ricky Ward.
I know.
The best. You ever seen those three fights?
Those three fights. Oh,
That,
oh my
that
God, those
combo
fights are
that Ward
crazy.
landed, that was like a 7 or 8 punch combo. He landed on that body,
Yeah.
head. It was just, I love that shit, man. Those are the matches that we need now. We don't have that anymore. Triple G is supposed to fight. Oh, Triple G's fighting Canelo. Holy shit.
That's gonna be a big one.
Holy shit.
That's in September.
And that's the thing, if Mayweather and McGregor weren't fighting, that would be the holy shit fight. But they're
Yeah.
fucking they're eclipsing that son of a bitch. They're eclipsing that fight, and and Oscar De La Hoya is so bitter about that. It's because he's losing so much money.
What do you think what do you think is gonna happen in that fight? Triple G and Canelo. That's tough.
I can't see Triple G losing. He's such a savage. He's getting hit more,
Yeah, he'll be getting hit more.
but I don't know,
But-
man. I don't know.
It's
Canelo's
tough.
a savage too.
I know.
But Triple G's like an absolute fucking monster. He has so much power. I don't know.
I'm glad they're fighting. It's
About time. But that's the problem with boxing.
Yeah.
The problem with boxing is they wait this long. We gotta wait till we had to wait how many years for McGregor and Mayweather and Pacquiao? 5 years.
5 years.
It's terrible. You got something to say? I think so.
No, I was just thinking because you were talking about like if you got into a fight, sort of what you do. But are we talking? Are we talking?
yes,
Are we
yes.
talking about
We're
like
doing it, yes.
like what if some big drunk guy
Yeah.
just came up to you at a bar? And
Sure, it's happened.
Like, yeah, would you
Liar.
want to play with him a little? Like you said, would you play with him or would you go for the knockout? And I'm wondering, like, just a random guy.
Can I answer for Mark?
Yeah, go ahead.
He wouldn't fight him.
I bet you Mark wouldn't fight him.
No, I know you
Just
wouldn't.
walk.
You know why?
Hypothetically.
Because Mark's hands are his money.
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
He's not going to waste it on
Okay, you're in a
some
prison
dirt.
cell with a guy. You're in a prison cell with a guy. You would never be in prison. You're a nice guy.
Yeah.
But
Shank
you're
him.
in a prison cell with a guy.
Shank him.
You stab him.
Shank
But hypothetically, though, hypothetically,
We're not
what would you
advocating
do?
violence. We know you
I
never
know,
would. You
I
can't.
know.
Yeah,
You
well-
can't legally.
Would you have fun with them and like to pick them apart a little bit, or would you just go for the knockout?
I'll go for a knockout with that.
You would, eh?
But realistically, I'd walk away.
Yeah, I know.
We all
I know.
that. You're not.
I know.
You're
Yeah,
a
but,
lover,
you
not a
know,
fighter.
you know.
But you're a fighter.
But if I would actually like hit him right in the ribs or something.
Yeah.
Just put body.
Yeah.
Have you ever been tempted? Like, because people might walk up to you and not know who you are, right? And then if they're drunk or whatever, or
To be honest, I'm like I don't really like go out a lot. You know, I'm
You train.
you're focused.
Yeah.
You're
I hang out
focused.
with my
Train.
family. You
Yeah.
know, I work.
Good for
you
you,
know,
man.
I spend time with my girlfriend. I don't really go out much. I don't.
Who's
I
in
haven't
that
been,
situation?
Yeah.
I never really put
It's good.
myself in that situation.
You're a smart kid, man.
He is good.
Yeah.
I would. My thing is, you know what? I've hit someone before and they've cracked their head in the concrete.
Yeah,
It's the
and you get
scariest thing.
scared. Yeah, you instantly
don't sleep
regret
that
it.
night. You don't
Yeah.
sleep that night. So I go body. You got a guy. You had
Exactly.
liver shot.
Body shot.
Yeah.
The head goes down with the body.
That's true.
And then you let him crumble and just walk away. I'd rather do that,
true.
man. It's because you never know nowadays. People are getting killed left and right. Tim Hague.
Yeah.
Tim Hague just died. Remember
that's
that?
too bad.
That sucks. He was one of the nicest guys
Yeah.
you'll ever see.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a boxing match.
Yeah,
and
first
I'm
boxing
going to
match.
ask you this too. I'll ask you this as
That
well.
was in Edmonton.
It was in Edmonton. He's from Edmonton.
Yeah.
Got knocked down a few times in the first round. Second round, got clipped, and then down. Was brain dead within the next couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a terrible loss for everybody, especially his family, right? But
Yeah.
Wow.
now, do you think? No, I want your opinion on this, and I want your opinion on this, and I want your opinion on this. Do you think that MMA is more? Do you think boxing is more dangerous than MMA?
Well,
Yes.
Your answer?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
You do?
yeah, it's tough because like as a boxer perspective, like you
You love your sport.
yeah
of course.
you get hit in the head repeatedly, like you
Yeah.
have 3-8 counts and whatnot. But like in MMA, you get kneed in the face, you get like kicked in the head, but like you don't get hit in the head that much as you do in boxing.
and if you do
Right.
boxing, you get knocked out or knocked down.
I had this debate with Paul Jackman. Shout out to Paul Jackman.
Paul.
Karate guy. We
Yeah.
were debating what hurts more, a punch in the head with a boxing glove or a punch in the head with an MMA glove. And he bet me. He's like, no,
MMA.
MMA glove. No, and I went other
You
way.
seriously?
Yeah, I said boxing
I
glove.
saw a science video about that.
Boxing glove for
Yeah.
sure. And he's
Why?
like, no way, no, more circumference. But so what he did is, those karate masks that have like the glass. So
Yeah, like Kempo
when they
uses a sword.
No. Yeah, they actually punch each other in bare fist with
Yeah.
this plexiglass mask. I go, put the mask on and I'll smoke you in the head with both of them. Like I'm MMA and you tell me which one hurts more. He goes, okay. So I put the MMA glove on and I smoked him in the face with a big right hand. And he doesn't affect him. I put the boxing glove on and bonk. And he's like, whoa, what a difference.
Really?
So the whole...
What I would think, though, and this is why I think is more circumference wouldn't make it a better punch. I think
That's where
pounds
your
per
brain,
No,
your
pounds
brain
per square
shakes
inch.
more.
Your brain shakes more.
Yeah, but
and
pounds
that
per
hurts
square
more.
inch would be more deadly, would it not?
Huh.
Pounds per square inch because it's more pressure per that wherever it hits your chin. If you get hit, your chin isn't taking the direct impact. It's spread out. Where if I hit you just in the chin with an MMA glove, it's just mainly where I hit. That, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. That's
That's
like
a good debate.
That's for like a doctor to answer,
Yeah,
though, I think.
Yeah.
I am a doctor.
Well, I did see
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand my
yeah.
argument, though? It could be different. Like, because if it disperses the energy, it may not be impactful where it needs to be.
I think it's the shake of your actual...
Yeah, for sure.
Everything
G-force
forces that does the damage.
Yeah, but G-force is based off of energy that is contained.
Right.
And I think boxers hit harder than MMA fighters.
Oh,
Mo-
yeah,
mo-
I'll agree with you.
For a good portion.
I'll
Not
agree with you.
all of them, but there's a really, really better
Oh, yeah.
chance, I think, that if someone said, put money on who's going to punch harder,
I'll
this
agree with
boxer
that.
or an MMA
Yeah, I'll agree with
fighter,
that.
I would say the boxer.
I'll agree with that, for
because
sure.
it's the
Punch,
sweet science
yeah.
of throwing hands, right?
For sure. I definitely agree with that. Especially just the footwork, that twist. Whack.
So for CTE, is it repetition or so it's more frequency over time as opposed to big hits?
Well, it can be. It's exposed. We talked about this yesterday at the cottage.
A little bit, but we still didn't get into
It's interesting. And
Yeah.
you guys might be surprised. I watched an article the other day. I read an article the other day.
Yeah.
And it was talking about CTE, and they're discovering it in so many different elements and different areas they never thought they would have.
Right.
Sea-doing. A lot of people that sea-do a lot are having problems because
Hitting the waves and the
vibrations up and down
vibrations.
their head.
Wow.
And soccer players, headers,
Oh, yeah,
over your entire
yeah,
life.
yeah.
It's a jab.
Construction workers with jackhammers.
Yeah, seriously though.
That's true, actually, yeah.
But header, if you, I'm doing it. The camera's like, what are you doing? If you're taking a header all the time, that's a little jab. That's a constant jab. You can practice it all day. So we're back to that. That could be potentially be in MMA. You could never throw a punch and win a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
In boxing, that's not possible.
Right.
Unless you slip and fall. But in boxing, it's constant jabbing, and you're mainly body head.
Your head's
Right.
always hitting.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of that at all, buddy? Like over time, the hits to the head, or what is your thought process on that?
Well, he's 10-0, so he can't be doing too bad.
Eventually,
Well,
it could happen still,
yeah,
right?
Well, I do think about it. Obviously, I know the dangers of boxing. I started like realizing a little bit more as I got older. But when I was a kid, I started boxing when I was like 13.
Right.
I didn't really think about it. I didn't really think about it at all. But now that I'm an adult and I hear about fighters dying, and it's just like wow. Like,
Leon Spinks.
It's-
I'm like holy shit. I'm in a
Different
real
sport,
hurt.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But you're
but
10-0, and you're pretty smart about it too.
Yeah, but like at the same time, boxing is about hit without getting hit.
Yeah.
Right,
So that's why
right.
I always spend a lot of time in the gym working my defense.
Right.
That's what I was all about.
So
you know?
would you
Right.
classify yourself, because you're pretty aggressive? You're an aggressive
I am
fighter. But
pretty
you're smart.
aggressive.
You're a defensive, but you're an aggressive fighter.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't classify, you're defensive, but I wouldn't classify you as a defensive fighter. I would think you're an aggressive. Well, how would you classify yourself?
I don't know. I mix it up all the time.
Yeah, you're very different. You're very different. But I've never seen you really take too many hard hits.
Yeah, no.
Like I've seen a few of his fights. I don't really see him getting clipped too often.
No.
And he's usually just pop, sleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Like, what are your thoughts on this whole CTE and MMA and boxing? What do you think? Obviously, boxing is more dangerous, but you ran a great promotion. I don't want to say that was one of the best things I ever did. He runs an amazing show. It was I was blown away by the show you put on, and kudos to you for doing that, man. That takes a lot of work. It was one of the best things
Does
ever.
take a lot of work.
I've been to a large MMA show. I've been to a few, and that was one of the most well organized. I had a blast. I had an absolute blast that night, and everyone was cool. And sometimes when you go to MMA fights, there are fights in the crowd.
Right.
Because it's just a heated debate.
Yeah,
everyone was
energy.
cool. It was a
Yeah.
family. Even it seemed like everyone from out of town that was there. It was still so much respect.
Right.
With it was a community. It was all
Right.
community. And, there was beef and there was shit talking, but it was never really. The only thing that there was a shit talk is when you had the fighters up, the two for the championship fight, and they pushed each other. But it didn't really escalate that further. It was just intensity.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was a really cool thing to be a part of. I was really
That's
amazed by
awesome,
it.
man.
So what are your thoughts? Like you are very, very. I know this for a fact. You're very protective of your fighters.
Well, because I give a shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you care.
Every single
He pulled one of my
them.
friends out of a fight.
Good for you.
One of my friends was got knocked out in England.
Yeah, he went
Wow.
over to the IMMAF.
Yeah, and he wouldn't let him fight.
Good for
And
you.
he was gonna. He
Good for
would. He
you.
pulled him out. So that's a huge
for
thing.
you.
You have to care about your fighters.
Yeah,
Right.
He begged to fight.
Yeah. He's a savage.
Because he's a savage.
He
He's like,
is a
"Please,
savage.
What if I got a doctor's head? I don't give a shit what
Yeah.
your doctor says. Bro.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
fighting.
So what's your thought
You're
on
not
that? How do you feel about the potential CTE?
Somebody has to protect the fighters.
But if it's not you, who would be doing it? If they weren't doing it, what can you like? What do you do? What's your sanctioning like your own protocol and how you have for yourself?
What do you mean? In what
Well, you have
regards
sanctioning bodies that if you get suspended, say 60 days for no contact after a knockout. I don't know how the Ontario Commission works. I don't. As well, as you do.
they have to do a MRI.
MRI, and they
Yeah.
base it off you suspended for 90 days, 60 days.
It depends on the knockout.
Yeah, it depends on how
it depends on what the doctor
Okay,
says.
it could be
It usually
very-
comes down to a lot. Usually it's no activity for X amount of days.
Yeah,
So
what is it?
60 days.
60 is that
30, 60, 90.
Okay.
It really depends on the severity of the knockout.
Now, would you say if a guy there's an example, why'd you pull Brendan out if the doctor said yes?
Well, because he was out. He didn't remember when I asked him about it, and I said, "Do you remember?" And he goes, "I don't even remember the knockout, so that it must have been that. It wasn't that bad." I go,
That's
if you,
completely
don't,
opposite.
if you don't remember, man, it's
That's
probably a
complete
bad
opposite.
thing, right?
Yeah.
You ever been
sure.
knocked out cold?
No.
Ever been rocked?
I've been rocked.
Yeah. Like your legs give out? Yeah, that's exactly. Your legs give out, and you're like, why are my legs not working?
No,
Yeah.
I've never had the experience where my legs like were going numb.
Yeah.
I just remember like going dizzy.
Yeah.
That's about it. But I do
Flash
remember,
knockout.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I've never
Ring
fallen.
my bell.
You know? I've been hurt really bad to the body though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've
Like
been
piss
hurt.
blood?
I've never pissed blood, but
It happens, man. Can you shot?
Sparring.
Yeah, I bet.
Sparring?
Yeah, sparring.
Was that in LA or was that here?
Not LA? That was like when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about not sparring for training?
That's a
camps?
good call. I would love that conversation. So a lot of guys are not sparring anymore.
It's starting to change.
You
guys
drill,
are, guys
drill,
are saying,
drill,
well,
drill.
Yeah, why spar?
What are
Why
your
put
thoughts?
yourself through the punishment?
I don't know. I feel like like I kind of do agree with like sparring a little bit less.
Yeah.
Well, in LA at Wildcard they spar 3 times a week.
That's a
right?
lot.
And and it's a lot, and it's boxing sparring, right? So obviously you're constantly getting hit in the head.
And all respect to Freddie.
Yeah.
Thank you for that glove, by the way. That was one of the best gifts I ever got, man.
Yes,
Thank you for that. It was
yeah.
awesome.
No,
Got me a signed
anytime.
glove for Freddie Roach.
Oh, that's amazing.
Awesome. Like, but you look at Freddie, and you look at situations like that. That's sad. Like, and the CTE, there's a lot of onset Parkinson's from
Yeah.
a lot of head injuries.
Is it Parkinson's? Or Alzheimer's? Is it Parkinson's more?
I think. Well, it can be both.
It could be both,
but
eh?
But I think
it's-
Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one can lead to another.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, and it's terrible.
Neither are good to fucking
No.
have, right?
No, but if you have Alzheimer's, at least you meet new friends every day.
I still don't think. I still don't think we
Terrible
understand the
joke.
brain enough.
Yeah, that's it. But you're right. Sparring. A lot of people are drilling. You listen. You know how to fight. You know how to fight. If you never spar for your next fight, you still know how to fight.
Yeah,
you're drilling.
but-
You will be crisp.
Is it the same though? Like I think
I don't know. I don't.
like. If I don't spar for a long time,
You feel rusty.
I feel rusty. I feel like shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
But is that a mental or physical thing?
both.
Okay.
Both. Yeah. So like, coming from a guy like me going into a fight that hasn't sparred, I would say like 3 weeks.
Would your confidence be down? So you just feel rusty?
My confidence would be
so
down.
it could be mental. So what if you're able to, like, get a sports coach and just get your mindset ready? Like, I don't need to spar, I just need to drill, and I'm still the same fighter. And you went in there. Could you think you'd be performing differently?
Maybe, because, like, the mind is a powerful tool, right?
For sure. That's why I like McGregor.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's kind of difficult. It's a hard thing to debate, because we do need to spar.
Yeah.
But at the same time, but we can't be sparring way too much. And I know I see a lot of fighters that spar all the time.
Too much.
Yeah.
You don't say anything.
Too much.
Yeah. Go. You were gonna say something?
You know what they should have?
What?
Virtual reality sparring.
We're almost there.
Right?
We're almost there.
Hey, Mark, step into this booth. Here, put this thing.
You fight your partner.
Put your gloves on.
Don't actually hit him.
Would it just be like a mild shake of the headset if you got hit?
It's just
Zap.
a
Yeah.
vibration.
Yeah.
Move your head.
Well, they say a lot of fighters, back in the day before we had this information on CTE and trauma, a lot of fighters, their best fights were in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
They left the most of their career back at the gym. Like when Conor McGregor, when what's his name, Forrest Griffin fought Anderson Silva, he had 2 concussions at training camp.
That's crazy.
2 concussions. He was knocked out twice out cold in that training
As a
camp.
coach, how do you let him go?
I know.
That's what it doesn't matter, man.
That's the only answer.
Money.
That's the only answer.
That's crazy.
Is nowhere near worth it.
I know, but sometimes they don't care. Sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they do care, but they need the money. You can't afford to feed your family. You got to pay. You got to get paid.
Yeah, but what if you die?
That's the risk
Yeah.
Tim Hague took.
Fuck that.
I know, it's terrible.
Then you'll never be able to feed your family.
I know that. Well, in life insurance, but
If they have it.
that's the terrible risk people take, and I don't agree with it. I don't want anyone to get, like, I love MMA, but I don't like violence.
Can fighters get life insurance though?
I'm sure they can. I'm
That's-
sure it's
it
a
must be
different
some
type
kind of- yeah.
premium, but you have to have some sort of life. Because what if you're driving a car and you get killed by a car? So it has nothing to do with fighting.
I guess.
You still
But I
have
mean,
to be able. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
it's not
either.
that-
It has to be special
Anybody
coverage.
who does life insurance for fighters, please
Yeah,
comment.
let
I'd
us-
like to know the answer.
Let us know.
But yeah, so I think a lot of fighters, like back to the Forrest Griffin thing, and everyone thought Anderson Silva was the best fighter ever. I completely disagree. He hit Forrest Griffin with a paw, barely hit him, and put him out. Well, you're gonna hit a guy that barely can eat a cereal that
Yeah,
morning.
sure.
I disagree, man. Anderson was so.
I loved Anderson
I know.
too.
Let's do
I
this
love
debate.
him.
Let's do this debate.
I do. I love.
Okay.
I actually absolutely.
I love
Anderson.
GSP.
Yeah.
Let's do this
I love
debate.
GSP, but
And
Anderson
I do too
Silva
better.
is-
No,
Yeah.
I love Anderson Silva. He's a great fighter. I don't think he's the best in the world. I'll tell you why. I'll back this up. At the time, the UFC needed a star. They were going against Fedor. They needed to build a star. They put him against a lot of bums. And I don't mean bums disrespectful things. These guys are obviously MMA fighters. They're better than me. However, he fought a lot of tomato cans. If you look at his record, I think your MMA record, your boxing record. See, you fight guys.
Can you pull up his record?
Please do
Yeah,
it.
sure.
I love this. This is gonna help me.
I want-
Yeah.
You want Anderson Silva's record?
Yeah, please go to
Okay.
Sherdog.com.
I know.
Sherdog.com.
Yeah.
Okay. They build them up.
Boxing does that. But the last guy you fought was basically 8-1. He was a good fighter. Boxing, tomato cans. A lot of guys fight bums and they just build a record because in boxing you have to be undefeated technically to be a star. Technically, majority of the time. MMA you don't. You can have a record with 3 losses and you're still gangster. And you're still, because MMA everyone loses. There's so many variables, and that's the difference between it. And I love both sports, obviously, but the problem with boxing is the way they market and the way there's no unification. There's no sanctioning organization. The UFC, if you're the heavyweight champion of the world, you're the baddest man on the planet Earth. But you can't be the heavyweight champion of boxing in the world. You can't be. There's 4 other champions to unify. Anthony Joshua was a badass.
Yeah, but the real belt is WBC or
Yeah.
Ring Magazine.
Yeah, but that's opinionated too, right? Like,
They were the first, actually.
pull your mic up, bud.
Yeah.
So you can move the mic. It's okay. Let me read this off to everybody. I'm going to go down this. You want me to do this live? And I'll show you something?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go back tonight.
I disagree with it.
Let's hear it. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
So let's start off his first UFC fight. Chris Lieben.
Granite chin. He picked him apart. I don't think it was a gimme. I think it was just let's see what you can do.
Against someone that could take shots. They knew he
That
was
could take a
going
beating,
to
yeah.
light up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah,
They
and he
wanted
had
to see it.
100% punch stat on it.
Yeah,
and he,
yeah.
he lit him up like a Christmas
Well, he
tree.
would. He's the lead striker. Chris Lieben isn't. He's
Yeah.
never been. Then he fought Rich Franklin. That's a granted win. I love that win.
Beautiful win.
Great.
I was crashed.
Travis
That was a
Lutter.
big-
Travis Lutter
great
didn't make
chance.
weight. Didn't make weight. Looked like death the night before, and mounted Anderson Silva and almost took him for an armbar.
But didn't beat him.
But but hear me out.
didn't beat
I know. Totally granted. Okay, that's what was wins. Nate Marquardt was another win. Nate Marquardt. But the problem with Nate Marquardt,
Oh, Nate.
I love
Great.
Nate.
Yeah,
I
he's
love
an
when
animal.
Nate's on. He's on. When Nate is on, he's a fighter that he could beat anybody on planet Earth. But I think he has that problem with his mind where he's timid. He
was like pancreas champion when he was 18 years
yeah,
old.
he's got a lot of damage.
He's had a lot
you
of.
see what he did to Tyron Woodley?
Yeah, animal.
I thought he killed him.
Okay, keep going.
So keep
'cause
going.
So far, I haven't seen any
Denver
tomato
Franklin,
cans.
Okay, James Irving, Patrick Cote, Talis Latis,
James
Forrest
Irving
Griffin.
at his time was that was at 205. That
Yeah,
wasn't at
James Irving was an
185.
Oxycontin addict.
Still
and it was at 205.
Still put him away at 205.
He's not.
Caught the kick. Poop. Right hand.
But
sleep.
we talked about tomato cans.
Sure.
Would you classify James Irving as an elite MMA fighter? Don't even.
No, not an elite.
Okay. So then he fought Patrick Cote. I love Patrick Cote. But he wasn't elite. He never was elite. He got a title shot at 185. Look at the guys that were fighting. Like Fedor at that time. GSP was fighting Thiago Alves.
That was the fight he blew his ACL out during the fight.
Cote did,
So
yes.
he didn't technically beat him. He just blew his knee out.
Talis Leitas. Okay, come on.
That was a bomb. Yeah.
Then he fought Forrest Griffin at 205.
That was a bomb.
Forrest Griffin 205, who had 2 concussions, and they knew that. Forrest Griffin has never stood standing, had a knockout standing. Never been an elite striker. They put him against a guy that he could whoop up and strike. Then he fought Damian Maia. At that time, had no striking. And they fought in Abu Dhabi. Okay. Then Chael Sonnen, who whooped Silva's ass.
The best shit talker.
That's me. That's my fault.
He's giving everyone tips to stop their vibration, turn their phone outside. That's all right.
I didn't even get that alarm. That's a new alarm for me. So then he beat Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen whooped his ass. Whooped him. He lost himself the fight. Anderson Silva didn't win that fight. Chael Sonnen lost that fight. He lost it in the last. I don't know if it happened in the 5th round. Anderson Silva caught him in a triangle with like a minute left.
That. Yeah, I remember watching that.
Then he fought Vitor Belfort, and that was dad bod Vitor.
And not
No
TRT.
Not TRT. T-Tor.
TRT
Tor is the scariest man on the planet Earth.
The best.
Okay. Then he fought Yushio Kami.
Yep.
Okay. Then he fought Chael Sonnen again, and they fought Stephan Bonner, who was 42 and tanned like he was Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And then he fought an elite. Wyman got crushed. Wyman lost, barely beat Nick Diaz, lost to Michael Bisping, lost to Daniel Cormier, and just beat Derek Brunson. Barely. I think Brunson won that fight. Anderson still was past his prime, for sure.
But he also he got caught on the first Weidman fight, and then he broke his leg.
Wyman would have killed. Wyman,
that was brutal.
Wyman was smashing him that fight. If you watch the fight, I'll show you.
I'm not a fan of Weidman.
I like him, but he's boring. He's cheesy.
Lame. He's lame.
He's New York cheesy.
Yeah.
He's New York cheesy. Now do me a favor. Pull up GSP's record for me. Just for elite fighter.
Sure.
He beat Dan Henderson though. Dan Henderson is one of the some of the bitches alive ever. Dan Henderson could knock out an elephant.
When was GSP's last fight? Years ago, right?
It was Johnny Hendricks 3 years ago.
Shit.
And Johnny Hendricks.
TRT Hendricks.
Yeah, look at him now.
Wow.
He missed weight at 185. His last fight,
Yeah.
he moved up. So what happens? Johnny Hendricks continuously missed weight. He tried to weigh in at 170, and he always missed weight. So they said, "You got to fight at 185 now." He missed weight at 185. Came in 2 pounds over.
Wow.
But you know why? What happened with an MMA is when USADA came in, a lot of fighters changed, and you're watching the guys that were natural fighters are rising up to the ranks because they're natural, clean athletes. Michael Bisping, clean athlete, champion, because he's a hard ass worker, and he's natural. You can tell.
Yeah, he's still a dipshit.
Look at Vitor Belfort. Yeah, he is a dipshit. But look at Vitor Belfort. I love Vitor, but
It's not what so much of the magic that you can do in the cage. It's what you do outside of the cage and how you act.
for sure,
To me, that's what draws me. Say like
the fighter?
same here because you were looking for that gentleman. You want looking for that true representation of
hockey.
the sport.
He has a hockey mentality. You grew up like that. So GSP's record, okay? I'm not saying GSP is the greatest of all time, but I think he's better than Anderson Silva. So I'm not going to go. I'm just start with UFC. So he beat Trigg, beat Shirk, beat BJ Penn, beat Hughes. He lost to Hughes, but then he beat him again. Lost to Matt Serra. Right away, he goes, you know what? I can just skip all these emotions. I'm going to right to acceptance. I'm going to accept I lost. I'm going to come back stronger. Beat Koscheck, beat Hughes again, beat Serra, got his belt back, and then fought John Fitch, BJ Penn, Thiago Alves, Dan Hardy. Dan Hardy wasn't legit. Josh Koscheck, Jake Shields, Carlos Condit, Nick Diaz, Johnny Hendricks. Those are all killers. And he dominated all of them except Hendricks. Dominated them. Didn't get his ass whooped for 5 rounds in caught triangle. Didn't have to market that. There's a bunch of killers at 170. I don't think Anderson Silva has the record. For you, I think your record in everything in MMA says a lot about your career.
I was listening to a podcast last night or Thursday night, and it was they were talking about the career span of an MMA fighter, 7 years.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
they're also peaking. Athletes peak around 29, 30 years old. And if you're starting your career at 18, 19, by the time you're 27, you have some miles on you.
Yeah.
Like,
What's-
look at Rory McDonald.
What's that in contrast to boxing, the career span of a boxer?
I don't know. It's different. A lot of fighters retire at around like 30, 33, 35,
How old are you now, buddy?
27.
27.
So you have a
Okay.
few years left in you, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
know.
still you're
I'm
whooping
still
some
young.
ass, so
I feel like I'm still young.
you're not taking damage.
Yeah.
You're fine. And you
okay.
problem with your hands?
I did have a problem with my hands.
You don't tell anybody. It's your business.
Yeah. No. A few fights ago, my one fight I had.
Look at his knuckles.
Yeah.
Actually, my second last fight, I knocked a guy out in the 4th round, and I injured my hand.
Remember you telling me about that?
Yeah.
You told me about that,
I fought a guy from Hungary, Robert Canales.
Yeah.
And actually,
you fed him.
Yeah, I had 2 years. Actually, the year before that, the year before that, I fought his brother and knocked his brother out too.
Oh fuck! Imagine Christmas around that time. Yeah, I couldn't do it, so you couldn't do it. What do we do?
Yeah,
you should send him a Christmas card.
Oh, I know.
That would have been hilarious.
Christmas card.
Oh.
Merry Christmas. He's smiling.
Did you get a phone call from his mom?
No.
From their mom? They're like,
Yeah.
You beat up my boys.
Why'd you beat up my boys?
Who the
That's
hell do you
funny.
think you are?
That's funny. So no broken hands. That's good.
No,
That's
but
a career
I did hurt my hand, so
Yeah.
but nothing like so serious where I broke it. I never broke my hands. I've injured my shoulder, my elbow, my
Jesus.
back.
No head injuries.
No.
Broken nose.
I had to get my nose cauterized.
Oh, because of bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I did like injure it where like it got shifted.
Yep.
So that's why I started bleeding a lot. So I had to get.
How'd you put it back? Pens.
No, I didn't put it back. I had to see a nose specialist.
Yeah.
He's the one that took care of my nose. So.
I got my nose broken, and they put pens up my nose, and they straightened it out with 2 pens, ballpoint pens, and just crunk. That sucked.
Yeah.
My nose was bleeding too. I had to cauterize as well. 'Cause I had
Yeah.
hematoma from it. So
Oh,
I know
yeah.
my nose is not straight. So that's why they had to fix it. Shawn, you ever had broken your nose?
What's that? Oh yeah, a couple times.
Yeah?
Yeah,
It's fun.
absolutely. Oh yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
Once over here, bar fights though. This is your smart man, smart young man.
So you lost.
Once over here, once was a bottle over my face, which was
You
over
got bottled?
here. Yeah,
I got bottled once. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
was
the
wearing
other
a toque though, luckily.
and the other one was a
sorry.
circle booting. It's still a bar. My fault too. I started it and then yeah.
One of those
Bad news though.
Called their bluff and then it didn't work out.
But it's not like you have a referee in a bar fight. You
Yeah.
don't have someone calling
Conscience
it. Yeah.
is your referee. What were
So-
you? Broken nose?
Yep.
Lots?
Twice.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But I had surgery on my nose and I
look-
woke up. Oh yeah, it's deviated. That's a same thing, buddy.
You can't see it until you look up.
Yeah, deviated
And then
something.
you go,
Yeah, your nose is fine. Sean, yours is fine too. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah.
You got a great nose on you, buddy. You're lucky and jealous.
I'm trying to find out right now the average sort of income over a lifetime. If you're saying 7 years for an MMA fighter,
That's a good question.
versus boxer. Like if you're up there, if you're in the ranks and you're making decent money. What is the difference in income? Because we know that boxing is way more money for the fighter, right?
For the main event, but I've seen HBO cards that the main fighter was making $10 million, and the people on the undercard were making $400, $500.
No.
I've seen it. HBO.
On HBO.
HBO. Yeah, I can show you. I can show you. Yeah, but it doesn't
That's
happen
crazy.
much anymore. But
Yeah.
MMA, it's still not enough.
Why is there such a difference? Like why even when you look
Promoters.
Is that all it is?
Promoters.
Yeah.
Promoters dictate. That's why a lot of the fights in boxing never happen, is because promoters don't want to go promotion. Because so fighters will have a promotion, or fighters will create their own promotion, and they don't want to co-promote. So if there's another boxer, because there's different belts, right? So if another boxer has another belt, you can't just pick that guy, and you're not under the UFC.
Right.
There's no sanctioning body or sanctioning entity that boxing makes people fight each other, and they're the rule makers, or you work for them. You work for yourself in boxing typically, or you have a promoter. Like you just got new management, right? Yeah. So his manager will talk to a promotion and have a fight. But if he wants to fight another guy for another organization, it's a tough go sometimes because they either don't want to fight or they can't work out the money. Or in MMA, you're typically under the UFC's ranking or under UFC's roof, and you all work for the same company.
Is that the same with Prospect? Are the fighters kind of under your?
Yeah.
Well, it's amateur. They don't get paid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You did pro
I've
shows
done
too.
pro
Yeah,
shows,
yeah.
and they do get paid.
Yeah.
But there's no.
You don't ever talk about that. That's
No.
yeah.
But this is a good. I actually like this.
Okay,
good,
cool,
good.
yeah.
I'd never ask you because that's just their
Because
business.
sometimes I've discussed this before when it comes down to purses,
Yeah.
and it's not that I never feel that they're not worth being paid more money.
Oh, I know that.
It's the math on what it costs to actually put on a pro event.
Right.
Do you want to fight? I can only pay this.
Compared to gate sales and compared to the show has to pay for itself first.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts.
So
Tons.
So
Yeah, I've
ultimately,
seen him do it.
like when
Nuts.
you start to cut back on things to try to save money,
The show suffers.
Yeah.
the show suffers.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you have to make that bottom line first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, otherwise you're wasting your time.
So you have to keep the purses relatively lower.
Modest.
Yeah, I mean,
Modest.
And like I had this discussion. I wish you can just go.
Here's 20 grand.
Big money, big money, big money,
yeah.
big money, big money.
But that takes time.
Because if
Takes
you could
time.
do a
Tons of time.
10,000 seat venue, if you can sell one out 10,000 seat venue, absolutely. you
So
get
what
that
are
money.
the chances of that possibly down the road from
in grassroots?
I think you're doing
It's
well.
tough, man. It's hard, man. You have to
Yeah,
spend the money on marketing.
You're selling out.
You sold out basically.
Yeah, so 2 months early, it's sold out. But
Nice.
but
Nice.
it's not a 10,000 seat venue either.
But if you had the tickets, if you build it, they will come.
So they say, waiting for it.
Yeah, I know that, but I
Waiting
think. Do you
for
think
it.
that if you put on an event, say at Budweiser Gardens, for instance,
I did one there.
yeah, before that,
Yeah,
and
I
then, but now it's different sport. It's a different realm. It's different. You have different marketing. You have different growth.
It is a niche market though.
Yeah.
Of course, it is.
You know, it's
yeah,
it's,
it is. Yeah.
There's boxing promotions in Mississauga. They run out of Hershey Center. It's United. It took them forever to get the crowd that they had.
I know that.
So
yeah.
they had to completely. You have to invest
Time
not
and
just
money.
money, but time.
Sure.
That's
And
what
you
we
gotta,
do here.
You got to keep
Yeah,
doing it, keep
yeah.
doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it.
I love the
An
help you
overnight
promote.
success takes 15 years.
Yeah.
We just talked about that. Was
Right.
the exact sentence that was said last night from Dan.
15 years.
15 years, and and it takes you 15 years of screwing up and losing and making money and losing
Sure.
money and
Eventually,
Do,
but
do you ever think of doing boxing? Because I know
Oh,
you're,
absolutely.
you're doing like kickboxing now. Like, what if like you down
There
the
we
road,
go.
you wanna try, like,
Combat
amateur
sports,
boxing?
absolutely.
combat sports,
Yeah,
period.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
would you ever want to fight locally if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Have you ever fought, like when was the last time you fought locally? Like
When I was an amateur.
yeah. No
Long
pro
time.
fights though here.
No. All my pro fights.
We had one in Toronto, Mississauga.
Yeah, Toronto.
Yeah, I
not,
remember that.
not,
Yeah, yeah.
not London.
That was the one that we just talked about. Yeah.
But a lot of my fights in the beginning of my professional career, I fought in Montreal, and then I fought once in Halifax, and then all my fights have been in Mississauga and Brampton.
How's Montreal?
Montreal is fun.
It's a
man.
really organized
Yeah.
fight city.
Montreal is fun.
They love their boxing. They love their fighting.
Yeah, the fight game there is a lot different. Like they
It's
take their-
advanced.
they take their
Yeah.
fighting like seriously
Yeah.
on there. It was really fun. I had a great time. Like I was young, you know. I was still like learning about the fight game, learning about people.
Yeah.
The fight game. I didn't really know much, just but I've learned a lot. You know, training.
You've grown.
Yeah, I've
quite a
grown
bit
a
in that
lot.
sport,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was a great experience. You know, training at Grant Brothers Gym. I trained with Rory McDonald actually.
Savage.
Grant Brothers. Yeah,
You said he's a really
Grant
nice guy too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy. He was a really cool.
You have a
guy.
question, Shawn? Yeah.
Yeah, to go back to the
Money.
we were talking the money exactly.
Yeah.
When it comes to UFC, you're talking about covering your nut basically. But when it comes to an organization that big now, do
Yeah.
you think that they're being unreasonable with what they're paying? Because I mean, when you're selling
Absolutely.
Huge. Yeah.
yeah, because you say covering the show is first and foremost. They cover the show pretty damn quick.
Well, see,
3
when
or 4 times over.
When
Yeah.
I talk about it covering a show, I'm talking grassroots level.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Local, you know,
Yeah.
you pay X amount of dollars.
Sponsorships.
You got it's tough to raise that capital sometimes to
Yeah.
get
Right.
to do that, but
and they were probably at that point at one, like they were a baby starting out at one point in time.
they're
right?
also in
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
you know, no tax. Their commission fees wouldn't be as high as they
No,
are.
and they
could
came
totally
from $1 billion.
afford to pay
The owners
How-
were billionaires.
Really?
The Fertitas already owned station in casinos,
I didn't know that.
so they were already billionaires before they bought the UFC.
Wow.
Yeah, they bought it for $2 million off of I forget his name now, but they bought it for $2 million and they sold it for $4 billion.
Who was the original starter of UFC back when you had like
It was-
Hoist Gracie
yeah,
and
it was
Frank Shamrock?
Art
and-
Davey originally had the consent. Well, it was actually to be honest with you, it was the Gracies.
Was it the
Because
Gracies?
the Gracies had something when they moved to LA. They moved to LA and they had something called the Gracie Challenge. And what that was is that they would try to show their art. Because before internet, it was all word of mouth. Oh, my buddy's at black belt karate. He can beat your ass.
Yeah.
But there was never an answer of who's the best.
Right.
So then they learned jiu-jitsu and they always want to show that jiu-jitsu and the Gracie jiu-jitsu is the most effective martial art. So
Absolutely.
they said, come to our gym. We'll take on any comers.
Really?
We'll videotape it. The winner gets the tape. It's called the Gracie Challenge. And they did that over and over for years and years and years.
No shit.
Yep, and that's what they did. There's a documentary. I implore you to watch it. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
And they talk about the beginning. So they started that. And then they had Art Davey that wanted to do this. They wanted to get people. And they actually were going to have alligators around the octagon. Like a
Oh,
boat,
no
like a boat.
way.
That was the original plan.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yep, and they wanted to do...
like that roller derby at nighttime. Used to have American gladiators. And,
Yeah.
and they had the it was like
the moat or whatever.
Yeah, they had a moat and that alligators, and they do this roller derby.
That's what it was. They wanted that because they wanted a spectacle. It was blood. It was a blood show. It was a freak show.
Yeah,
the
it
freak
was
show
crazy.
brought us what we have. So what happened was they had these fighters, and there was no weight classes. There was no sanctioning anything. They didn't know.
And there was multiple fights in a tournament.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a fucking
no
kumite,
gloves,
man.
No gloves. You wear shoes. So it was the kumite. So what happened was they wanted to show, and they were going to use Hickson. There's a few brothers, right? There's Hickson, there's Hoyce, and they wanted to use Hickson. Hickson is still to this day has been known as the best jiu-jitsu artist ever.
Really?
He's the killer brother. He's shredded big boy. But they used Hoyce, the smaller one, because they wanted to show how effective
he could do it,
the martial art would be, because he fought bigger guys. They wanted to show that he could do it, because it wouldn't be as effective if they used Hickson. So of course this guy's winning.
Yeah.
So then he won the first Ultimate Fighter, and then jiu-jitsu blew up from there.
Yeah.
And then it had UFC 2, and they were getting shut down because they weren't. It was too much of a freak show.
Sure.
And then you had people senators like what's his name, John McCain was trying to shut it down, and they grew from there. And then it turned to a sport. They had to sanction things, and it was just bananas. And so it grew from there.
Right. And now it's a beast, and they're still not paying their fighters what they deserve.
Well, what happened was recently. This is what they fucked up huge. Okay, and what they did is they signed a deal with Fox. That was a big deal. Okay, and then they finally tried to get a sponsorship from a company, a clothing company, right? And there's all Under Armour, Reebok, Nike, and they signed with Reebok. And when they did that, what happened was Reebok fucked the fighters on their pay. They're paying.
How so?
So it's ranked based off the amount of fights. Okay. So you have to wear Reebok. You can't wear anything else. So remember when the fighters would have sponsors on their shorts?
I remember that.
They can't do that anymore. They have to only wear Reebok.
Really?
So if you have 2 or 3, so if this, pull up the Reebok UFC fighter tiers. So Reebok UFC deal. Okay. So if you have 1 to 5 fights within Reebok, I think you get paid $5,000 or $2,500 for wearing Reebok. $2,500, where some guys were making $60,000 a fight just from sponsorships, and all that money's gone from their pockets. And UFC, you make $20,000 from Reebok if you have 20 plus fights in the UFC. Think about that: 20 fucking fights, and you get paid $20,000 from Reebok. And Reebok, when they released all the jerseys, they spelled some of the fighters' names wrong. Gilbert Melendez, they spelled it Giblard. They put the wrong countries. They just dropped the ball with Reebok. And I think I think when the contract's done, they're done. They're done.
So it says it's reportedly worth $70 million over 6 years.
But fighters don't get barely any of that money.
No, it's saying right now there's a Forbes article.
Can you type into tiers? Reebok pay tiers?
Reebok for fighters?
Yeah. And it'll show you that it's $2,500. There's fighters that won't fight anymore because they're losing money. Because they have to pay for their camp. They're not working. They have to have full-time. How can you have a full-time job and be a professional athlete?
That should be it here.
So
It's not easy.
So let me see this. Sorry, guys. Just give me a sec here.
Here. Oh, here. There is that it there?
Yeah, it's right there. So it's expected approximate $5,000 for fighters with 0 to 5 UFC fights, $8,000 to $10,000 for 5 to 10 fights, $12,000 to $15,000 for 11 to 15 fights, and $18,000 to $20,000 for 16 to 20 fights. But these guys were making way more with the sponsorships, because companies were paying them $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 to sponsor and wear their shit.
And they were allowed to do that on their own. Like they got to pick their sponsors.
The management sometimes would get the sponsorship. That's what a manager's job typically is sometimes.
Right.
Sponsorships for your fighters.
Right. Sure.
So they don't have to work full time. If you're my manager, you're going to help me have a career in the sport and help me manage my money.
Right. So you can do your passion about
so I can train.
Keep the lights on.
That's fuck the fighters.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Did you know that deep about it?
Yeah, and it makes me mad.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
No kidding.
It's terrible.
It makes me mad that they're still loyal.
Yeah.
That the fighters are like, oh.
There's no fighter compensation. They're getting better at that. But like, for instance, so they had a fighter summit the other day, last month, and it was at Las Vegas. They built this huge venue for fighters to go, and they can train there for free, stay there for free, do all this stuff. And a couple of fighters stood up and talked to Reebok, said, "You fucking stole money from me." Like,
really?
Yeah. The fighter stood up like, "Yo, how do you explain?" And the guy was drinking. One of the guys was drinking, and they had Kobe Bryant show up and explain to them. He's like, "What is Kobe Bryant doing here? What the fuck?"
Kobe Bryant explained to the fighters?
No, they're just talking about them, motivating them. He's like, "What the fuck? You could give me a loan then."
Yeah, no shit.
I don't give a fuck if Kobe Bryant's here.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm getting paid better for my fight. So it's pretty bad. And so they're trying to start union. We just talked about that. With a sanctioning body, it's hard to unify everybody. Everyone's scared. You get blackballed from the UFC, you don't really have anywhere else to fight.
No.
Until now. Bellator is making a big push right now, and we're going to have a possibility where fighters have options. And in Bellator, you can have sponsorships. You can wear what you want, and they'll brand you and help you.
Right.
So now it's good to have competition. Bellator's making a run. Did you watch the last pay-per-view they had? It was pretty good. I don't really like their headlining fight of Vanderlei and Chael Sonnen.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Shawn fought again.
yeah, he beat up Vanderlei. He beat. Did you see Fedor get knocked out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mitchell.
bad. Mitchell's an animal. He's not Fedor.
It was a double knockout.
Yeah,
and
then they got up, finished him. But Bellator is now coming up in the ranks, and there's some of the fighters that aren't happy are going over to Bellator, like Rory McDonald.
Right.
Well, they're going to
Rory's
go where the
Bellator.
money is. They're going where the money is.
Right.
Also, where you're respected.
Mhm.
UFC is not showing their fighters a lot of respect. They don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care. It's getting bad, man, and it's sad to see.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, it's upsetting to see that the people that are putting on the show aren't the ones that are getting their pockets lined.
Oh no,
At all.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's the people that are watching from their little press box, or not press box,
Yeah.
but their box. Period.
Think of
Private
the money
box.
these guys have
Yeah.
billions and billions of dollars, and these fighters are getting nothing. Like if you have to have a full-time job as a professional athlete, how do you consider yourself a legitimate sport?
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad to see because I want. I mean, that's where you look at boxing. Look at Mayweather making $300 million. $300 million. Imagine that. You can spread that over a season for fighters. It's
Well,
crazy.
That's gonna be amazing, man. I can't wait till you're making sort of $200 million a fight, buddy.
Yeah. Come back on the podcast.
Remember us.
I remember faces.
Well, what's your next fight then? Like you haven't anything booked right now. We just talked about that. What's going on?
Nothing much right now. My manager, my teams, they're working on it, so I can't really discuss much about it.
You've been talking about a gentleman that you want to fight.
What's that, sir?
You've been talking about a gentleman that you want to fight
Oh, that's
down the road.
down the road.
Down the road. Yeah.
Yeah. When he's on with the belt, right? So gotta work my way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
got to
gotta
go
work
for
my
the
way
belt
up
though.
there.
What's his
Yeah.
record?
He's 18-0.
So you're coming. You're halfway there, pretty
Yeah.
much.
But
yeah.
he's a 2-time gold medalist, Olympic champion.
Ooh, there we go.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything though.
Oh,
It means he does mean something, but
boxing,
you got to
yeah.
go for it, right? Like that's the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah.
day.
He's phenomenal, I would say.
Do you have? There's a lot of respect there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took out one of my favorite fighters as well. Like
KO.
no, decision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, Nino Donaire, the Filipino Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, they went in. I think Nonito was the champ at the time.
Yep.
And Virgindale just demolished him, and it was heartbreaking too. Seeing your hero.
Yeah.
Like with Pacquiao, right? I love Manny Pacquiao from since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And then seeing him.
Filipino
lose it
ties,
there.
right?
Yeah. But the most painful fight that I've ever watched was when Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez. Oh man!
I don't know if you saw that fight, but he got clipped with I think it was a right hand.
It was a right hand, yeah.
And he fell flat in his face, and he didn't move.
I was crushed.
It reminded me of when Rampage got knocked out by Vanderlei in Pride with a knee. And he fell on the ropes.
Oh.
Same thing, just done. You're just like, oh, he's not getting up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a career
I
ender.
was
That could
really,
be a career
I was
ender.
really worried for him.
Health
and
wise, yeah. That could be a career ender, man.
I was crushed, man. I was crushed.
You never, and sometimes when guys get knocked out, they're never the same.
Mm-hmm.
They never have the same chin. You get clapped once, and you're just never the same guy.
That is true.
Yeah, like Chuck, those guys, like you get clipped, and it's just when someone finds that button on you, and
It's
the button's
like,
been pressed
yeah,
once,
you can be
it's
pressed
easier to
again.
pressed again. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just sad. Like Chuck Liddell, like when he got knocked out by everybody at the end. Of the
That's
it's terrible.
true.
It's terrible.
I
love
know.
that guy.
That guy
I did too.
You could
Yeah.
be with a truck and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
And he was just getting clipped and just sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep. It's
How many times did him and what's his name, Randy fight? Three times,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Those were awesome fights.
Yeah, those are the glory days. Remember
They
when he
were.
beat Tito and he had that flurry?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man, that was and that's where I miss. Sometimes I miss where the sport was just growing. And it
Yeah.
was just my sport. No one else watched it, and it was just like it was.
That's when I
me.
did watch it. I don't
Yeah.
really watch it as much anymore
But
because
it-
they're every fucking
No
day.
one knew, and they had a pay per view maybe once a month.
Yes.
and you're like, holy shit. No, I love the. They're not oversaturating because I love it all.
Yeah.
but now you're having more athletes coming to MMA that
Sure.
were never gone before.
Sure.
More athletic because now you can be so in MMA. A lot of these guys weren't athletic; they were just fighters.
Right.
And then you have guys that are athletes. But then you have guys that are athletic fighters, and those are scary, scary sons of bitches. There's a newcomer. I don't know if you watched it. That I tweeted it. 205. Forget his name. I have my phone. My phone's over there. And he 27 knockout. 205. He fights at 205, and he's 6'4", and he's a freak athlete. 27 knockout. Clapped the guy with the right hand, and he just slapped him. And he fought 3 weeks before the head kick knockout, and they just called him up for a late replacement. I'll show you guys after this thing, but it's pretty badass. Yeah. But tell me about your event that's coming up because this is your time to do a plug.
September 23rd.
Okay.
Live kickboxing at Western Fair Agriplex.
Where's everyone get
Nice.
tickets?
The tickets are on sale today.
Today's the day.
Yeah, today's the day.
Starts. Look at that. Perfect. This is meant to be.
Good day. Yeah.
Where do we get tickets?
If you call me.
Call you?
Yeah, the fighters on the card. So the tickets haven't been dispersed yet.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll link you, get people who can DM you,
absolutely.
and slide in your DM, get some tickets.
Yeah,
There you go.
absolutely. Yeah,
That's
so
it.
It's a 3-course dinner, all you can drink
It's awesome.
for the main floor.
That's sweet.
We'll come.
And then
Yeah,
For sure,
absolutely.
we'll come to that.
$50 for general admission.
It's at the Western Fair Agroplex? Why there instead of just different venue?
It's a big venue.
Okay.
You want a bigger venue for something like that. 60 dinner tables and 1,500 people in the stands.
I implore
Wow.
anybody that's listening or watching this, go. I had a wicked time. Even if you're not a fight fan, go. You'll have fun. It's exciting. It's a different type of entertainment that you're not used to. That if for someone who doesn't know about fighting, but it's not violent. It is, but it's not something that you're not scared for the fighters. You know they're doing.
I find that the crowd that comes are it's like a reunion of people who are all friends. right?
It's the
like,
weirdest
I haven't
thing.
seen you in a long time,
And you're having so much fun.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's a really cool event. And when the fights aren't happening, you're entertained. The whole night. You got to come. Sean, you're going to have a blast.
Yeah, absolutely.
But other
I
than
love
that,
it.
like guys, I had a blast talking about this with you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
think
cool.
this is
Thank
the second
you.
time I've had you both on. Now we have you both on at the same time, and now me and Sean are doing a collab. So the setup is awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm blessed to have him as a friend.
Yeah,
and-
man. You guys come back anytime.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to let you know your comments here. I'm looking at the Facebook Live feed.
Please do.
So, Michael Ferrana says, future champ. I believe that's directed to you, my friend.
That's my teammate. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Mike Vera says 7-1. I think that was back. We're talking about McGregor.
Yeah.
Joel Amanda says, that's my boy, Blue. And Sherry Christian says, hi, guys.
Let's go.
So,
That's
if you
good.
want, if you want to give any shouts out, go ahead.
That was Joel Shahid, my buddy.
Right on.
Yeah. But
Cool.
yeah, and again, guys, if you ever want to come back on, please do.
Yeah, oh,
anything to talk
absolutely.
about? As soon as you sign your next fight, we'll bring you back
Sure,
on.
for
We'll blow it
absolutely.
up. But sign, you fight in London, goddammit, so I can come see you.
There's no promoters in London.
I know that's a problem. I know.
Yes.
Until maybe
Yeah.
now we got something to talk about.
Yeah, there we
Is
go.
that something you might want to
Yeah,
do?
absolutely.
But is there enough boxers in the London area to
You
really,
bring guys in.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
I'll
You bring
bring
guys
guys
in.
in.
There's a
That'd
ton
be-
of guys in Toronto.
How long will it
Grants.
take to do
Oh,
that?
you could put together.
You wanna do it?
A boxing card.
Something you maybe actually put your foot in?
It's something that needs to be the right team has to be brought on board for that.
Well,
it has to be done right.
It'd be easier to get a boxing license to run an event than MMA out.
No,
I
it's the
assume.
same.
Is it the same?
It's the
really?
same athletic commission.
Oh, wow.
It's exactly the same.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So maybe we have
It's
something.
actually
to talk
cheaper.
about. So how,
3% gate fees for boxing, 5% for MMA. How's that work?
oh, look at that.
Very cool.
So let's
But the
maybe-
fees are pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah?
There's
Okay.
there's nothing different.
And then it'd be 12 round boxing, 3-minute fights or 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds. Is that typically what you're doing now?
No, I think my next fight will be like 8 rounds. 12
Yeah.
rounds for like world title.
World title fight, yeah.
Right.
10 rounds, 12 rounds, 8 rounds,
Yeah.
and then 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's different.
Damn.
One thing quickly is the energy levels. The only reason why I think Connor might have advantage because he might have better conditioning for the boxing than I don't know, not like better, but he's used to being up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be gassed.
But
I don't think he's going to gas
he's
out.
going like 12 rounds.
MMA's 5 rounds. So he's fought
Oh, yeah,
20
5
minute,
rounds.
25-minute fights.
25
He never fights that long.
Yeah.
But MMA, you're going up and down, up and down. Man, I'm telling you, it's there's nothing left. Once you're wrestling with somebody, you're dead tired.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I don't think
True.
conditioning is going to be an issue. I think it's just going to be power and timing and if you can connect or not. He's just swinging a bat. Hopefully you can hit him.
Floyd's gonna be dancing all night.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. But I'm hoping he hits him, not because I don't like Floyd, because I want a hero.
Yeah.
I want to see a hero.
It's interesting because I do think this is super
cool.
It's very hyped, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it. Like
Exactly,
I'm definitely
yeah. It's
gonna
a freak
fucking
show.
watch. Yeah, exactly.
No one wants to see a car crash ever happen, but when there's one, you kind of want
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah. Well, you want to see
You know
what
I mean?
happens.
It's terrible. But I want to see it.
Even everybody that has their opinions is go ahead, buddy.
Why don't we do a podcast during it?
We can do
I
that.
talked about that,
Yeah.
doing a fight companion, but I can't because I have my friend Dave Campbell's 25th, his birthday. Not
Okay.
25th, but his birthday on that day. So I can make it. I can work around somehow.
What's
talking
more
to Dave.
important, your buddy's birthday or
Yeah.
or the McGregor?
McGregor and Floyd.
Dave's birthday.
Why don't we have his birthday party here and just
They already booked a
did they?
venue. Yeah,
Okay.
so we're gonna have the venue. I'll work something around it. I'll work something around it. But if
we are gonna do that in the future.
we're
though.
talking about doing fight
Yeah.
companion, I've had a guy actually. I think it was Mike who actually commented. Said we're looking to do a fight companion. So even for boxing, you can come. It'd be great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a live stream of us watching the fight while
Yeah.
people watch. So you can say if you're watching a fight with your buddies, and you want to see what we're doing, have people just
Yeah.
watch what our opinions are. You watch it on your computer and watch the fight and see what we think.
Well, what I'd probably do is I'll show them the setup downstairs, but
Yeah.
I could use the condenser mic. We could sit around the couches.
Exactly.
Play the
With
fight.
One iPad on us.
Yeah, and then one iPod. I'll show you the setup, and
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
gonna be
can
wicked.
give me your opinion on whether or not it would work well. But this if this would work better, we can do it
Whatever.
Here too.
No. Yeah. I think downstairs works better.
Yeah,
Way better.
okay.
But other than that, guys, say what?
We could even do one for we can go live for Triple G.
Yeah,
Triple G and Canelo.
That'd be good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd
Have
be
the
good.
boxing.
Yeah.
Now I know boxing not as well as you, but it'd be good to have your
It'd
input.
be good. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, guys, thank you so much for coming. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
For having me.
And thank you for letting me take over the chair today.
Absolutely, man. It was awesome.
High five. We all do.
Yeah.
High five, boys.
There we go.
Picture.
Yeah, hold it for a minute. Yeah, for the
Picture.
when we upload the YouTube videos, sometimes it'll give us the clip when we're all like that.
He
So
does
it's
it, so he
pretty
puts
cool.
it for the
Yeah.
the caption. Other than that, boys, thank you. I think we're just shutting her down, and then we're gonna
Awesome.
move on to our nights.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.